I never thought I'd end up hiding in my own damn backyard, but there I was crouched behind the compost bin, phone camera rolling as that self-appointed neighborhood enforcer jimmied the lock on my Safehouse door. She'd been harassing me for months about my side hustle, renting out the tiny A-frame I'd built as an Airbnb for burnout city folks craving a quiet escape. But breaking in? Screaming about HOA violations like she owned the deed? That was the line she crossed, and I was done playing nice. In that split second, as her designer heels clicked over my threshold, I hit record and whispered into the mic. This is for every late-night email and passive-aggressive flyer you've shoved under my door, Karen. It started innocently enough, or as innocent as suburbia gets in this overpriced slice of Silicon Valley exurbia. I'd sunk my savings into that 200-square-foot safe house after the divorce. My ex got the McMansion. I got the freedom to turn a patch of my lot into passive income. Picture this. Reclaimed redwood walls, a loft bed with string lights, and a deck overlooking the hills where tech bros could unplug without losing Wi-Fi. Guests raved about it. 5-star reviews from weekend warriors fleeing San Francisco fog. But then came Karen. Mid-50s, ex-real estate agent turned HOA president, the kind who treats covenants like the Constitution. Her first warning was a laminated notice taped to my mailbox. Short-term rentals undermine property values. Cease immediately or face fines. I laughed it off, forwarded it to my lawyer buddy who said, "It's California. Airbnbs are legal as hell here." But she escalated. Drive-by glares during my yoga sessions. Anonymous complaints to the city that got laughed out. Even a petition she circulated at the block party, guilting neighbors with sob stories about transients ruining our serenity. One guy, a quiet retiree next door, pulled me aside and muttered, "Ignore her. She's just mad her husband's golfing buddies crash at hotels instead of her spare room." Still, the whispers built. Eyes narrowing when a guest Tesla pulled up, murmurs about that eyesore shack at the annual potluck. I felt the noose tightening, that classic American dream souring into petty warfare. Why fight fair when she's playing dirty? I started documenting everything. Timestamps on her emails, photos of her lurking by my fence at dawn. Revenge? Hell yeah. But the smart kind, digital breadcrumbs leading straight to her downfall. The break-in was her Waterloo, though she didn't see it coming. I'd rigged a cheap ring cam months back, but that afternoon, with a renter checking in at dusk, I was testing a new hidden nanny cam inside. She picked the lock like a pro. Turns out her security committee role gave her access codes to communal gates, but not my private padlock. I watched live from my phone in the bushes, heart pounding as she stormed in, flip-flops slapping the bamboo floor. "This is outrageous," she bellowed to her phone's recorder, waving a crumpled HOA bylaw printout. "Short-term rentals aren't allowed. I've got proof. Eviction incoming." She rifled through my guest log, snapped pics of the mini fridge stocked with craft beers, even peeked under the bed like she expected squatters. That's when I burst in, floodlights from my ring flipping on like interrogation spotlights. "Smile. You're on camera," I said, voice steady as steel. Her face drained of color, mascara-streaked fury twisting into panic. She lunged for my phone, but I sidestepped, dialing 911 on speaker. "Yeah, active break-in at my property. She's inside without permission." Cops arrived in under 10, badges gleaming under the porch light. Karen sputtered defenses. "I'm the HOA. This is enforcement." But the dash cams caught it all. Her picking the lock, the trespass. Neighbors gathered like it was Black Friday at Target. Phones out, filming the spectacle. Whispers turned to gasps. Did she really? No way, Karen. The fallout was sweeter than moonshine at a tailgate. Charges stuck, misdemeanor burglary, invasion of privacy. Her precious HOA board ousted her in an emergency Zoom, citing overreach after I leaked the footage to our community Slack, anonymously, of course. Petitions flew back my way, signatures begging forgiveness for not speaking up sooner. My safe house, booked solid for months, reviews spiking with empowering stay, beat the Karens. But the bitter twist? Watching her slink to her Prius, Realtor signs sprouting in her yard like weeds. Turns out, her enforcement zeal masked a failing side gig flipping houses, desperate to tank my rental to boost her listings. Last I heard, she's couch surfing with in-laws in Reno, blackballed from every board in the county. Me? I raised a toast from my deck that night, solo, to the chaos of close quarters. Suburbia ain't all picket fences. Sometimes it's a reminder that the real safe houses are the ones you build against the busybodies. And damn, does it feel good to lock the door on them for good.